Hey everyone, today we are going to rank all of the dining options on NCL's Escape right after this. Hey everybody, John here from Bite Size Cruises. I'm here today with
Meg.
And we are going to talk about all of the dining options on NCL's Escape. We're going to rank them in reverse order. There are 18 different dining options, which we talked about in our last video, but we're going to take a few of them out so we can kind of they're not real restaurants like the Bake Shop.
The Bake Shop, we took out the Atrium Cafe, and we took out the Haven from this list because let's be real, the Haven restaurant's going to be amazing. You already know that.
Truth.
So that doesn't count. And then I feel like we took one other one out. Do you remember?
Yeah, whatever. Who knows? All right, so we are going to do them in reverse order, and we're going to talk about each one of them, and we'll do them every other. So I'll start with the Garden Cafe since I'm passionate about the Garden Cafe. So I actually have no problem with the food at the Garden Cafe. It's only ranked last because it's kind of the least desirable of all the food options on the ship. However, there are great options in the buffet. They have Indian food. They have a bunch of grab-and-go items. They have great breakfast items
Always have
there.
a good make-your-own salad.
Yeah.
If you just want something lighter.
Or like if you go in the morning, you can get eggs made however you want them or an omelet made. So, so the Garden Cafe is going to be ranked 13th, which is last. But by no means, none of these options are bad. It's just where we put them.
Number 12, we have Taste and Savor, and it's very similar to the Garden Cafe. It's not bad. You're going to get a great meal. It's just that the other options are more exciting and different. And listen, Taste and Savor is still delightful. You have your normal waiter that you'll get, so you get to know them a little bit. Normally, people come around and they sing and give you pastries.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, all good things. The food's always delicious. My go-to breakfast at Taste and Savor is the Eggs Benedict. They give you so much food. I normally actually ask for a half order of that so I can also get some fruit or something else. It's always great. They have different things, different days. So yeah, nothing bad, just some of the other things are more exciting.
Yep. So next up is number 11, which is going to be the Manhattan Room. The only reason this is higher is because of the ambiance and the things that go on there. So the Manhattan Room, you're getting the same food as the main dining rooms, which are Taste and Savor. You're just getting them in a more fun environment. So there's singing and dancing usually. They do some Latin ballroom in there, or they have just like a jazz band in there at night. And it's a beautiful room if you go in it at night. So still the same food. Now, the one thing I will say is due to the recent changes with Royal Caribbean, and I've always said this, I kind of feel like the free food is better on Norwegian. The paid food is better on Royal. So you are going to get a great meal at the Manhattan Room. It's just not as extravagant as some of our other options. And that leads to...
Number 10, Oceans. Actually, I'm going to go back to the Manhattan Room.
Sure.
I threw him a little ball there. But so one of the fun things about that room, though, is it does feel like you're getting dressed up to kind of go for an old style of dinner and dancing because there are people dancing. So I do really like that. And fun fact, if you lie and say it's someone's birthday, they sing and bring out a cake, which we found out thanks to
Linguini and al dente.
So shout out to you guys when they told someone it was my birthday. And then for the rest of the cruise, I was stalked by one of the waiters, which was very fun in like a loving manner. He looked like he was a big security guard.
Truth.
Okay, so back to number 10 is Ocean's Bar and Grill. And one of the fun things about this is just that they're open really late, so you can go. I really love their hot dogs. And it feels like going to an Irish pub. Nothing super exciting about it, but yeah, decent food, good stuff. They also have pretty good chips with like guac and cheese and salsa and stuff like that. Think of like pub bar food.
Yeah, I love it there. And again, it's open just about 24 hours. So that's a definite plus. So, the other one we left off was room service.
Oh, yes.
So there you go, room service. So number 9 is La Cucina. I love Italian food. Our favorite restaurant on any cruise ship is Jamie's Italian. So we love Italian food. However, La Cucina is very standard run-of-the-mill Italian food. So you're going to get spaghetti, chicken parm, pizza, the things you would normally see at like Carrabba's, right? That's kind of where I put La Cucina. If it was more extravagant or the food was just a higher quality or more exciting, it would rank higher. But it's just very good standard Italian food. In my opinion, this is the first one that's like a specialty dining where it's a charge. If La Cucina was free, it would be higher. But the fact that you have to pay for it, to me, it just doesn't seem good enough to pay for. But still good.
feel like you should do number 8 because I didn't eat there.
All right, I'll do number 8, and then we'll go back to Meg. So number 8 is Moderno, which is the churrascaria, which is like Fogo de Chao, if you've ever been there. I know I don't pronounce that correctly. The Brazilian steakhouse. So the highlight here is that they have an amazing salad bar. And I'm telling you, it is amazing. There's all kinds of cheeses.
You made us walk in just to look at the
just
salad
to look
bar
at the salad
because
bar.
I didn't eat there. John ate there,
Yeah.
and he was like, "You need to come see this."
It was incredible.
So just saying.
So salad bar is incredible. All kinds of meats, cheeses, olives, a bunch of things on there. And then it's the really fun place to eat where you have a little card on your table, a little coaster, and you flip it green or red, whether you want them to come over with all the meats. And they cut the meat off of the skewer and put it on your plate. And it's incredible. So that's a fun place to eat, and it's number 8 on our list on NCL Escape. And then back to Meg.
So number 7 is the American Diner, and that is exactly how you would expect it to be. You're gonna get a good burger or diner food. I'm pretty sure they have milkshakes.
Yeah, you had a really good milkshake there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed my milkshake, and I'm a sucker. I always get the chocolate and vanilla mixed together. Highly recommend. But yeah, it was just, think of like standard kind of like 50s diner food. You imagine that the waitresses should be on roller skates, and that's what you're going to get. It was delightful and enjoyable, and a solid number 7.
And it is a la carte, so you do have to pay for it. But I will say, even though we like the pay food better on Royal Caribbean, American Diner blows Johnny Rockets away.
I will say. That is one, though, where you have to look at it ship by ship because, so Johnny Rockets on, I think it was Oasis and Symphony, they were okay. Johnny Rockets on, there was one other one that we went to.
Was it on Anthem?
On Anthem was actually better than the Johnny Rockets on the Oasis class ship.
There you go.
But American Diner was still better than all of them.
There you go. So next up is Pincho Tapas Bar. So this is a standard where you get like grab and go Mexican, Spanish tapas food. It's really good. It's very light. You can grab a couple appetizers, just sit up at the bar. It's in the 678 place, which is like right in the center of the ship there, where all the entertainment and restaurant options are. And that's a great spot to just go hang out, grab a margarita, and enjoy the evening there with some great sightseeing.
We've now made it to our top 5. So all of these restaurants are going to be incredible. There isn't a bad choice. Number 5 comes in with Cagney's Steakhouse. Cagney's is great. It's incredible. I think a lot of people who watch this channel, if you've been here, you know that we do prefer
chops.
Chops. There we go. You know, the one that we prefer. We talk about chops all the time. Cagney's is right under that. It's great. Their steak's delicious. They always have a good wine selection. Highly recommend. Can't go wrong. Ooh, their French onion soup is really good. We've had that.
Yep, I agree. So number 4 is our standard sail away restaurant. So whenever we go on NCL and we go as a group, which is generally myself, Meg, and AJ, or if we go on our December cruise where it's all the families, then we go to Teppanyaki for sail away. It's an amazing way to start your vacation, right? So it's just you go there, we watch sail away if we're going under the bridge or we're doing something fun, and then we go to Teppanyaki, and you have the fun of the waiters are really fun, the chefs come out and they sing and dance, and you know, it's just, I mean, to me, it's like the best environment for like the first night of your vacation.
It's so fun.
And the food, I will say another one. So this is one of the other rare circumstances. The food at Teppanyaki is way better than the food at Izumi on Royal Caribbean. It's just more butter. I think they just use more butter.
I'll let you in on the secret. It's more butter in the rice.
It's more butter.
But
Yep.
it is better. Excuse me. And number 3, top 3 here, is Food Republic. So one of our favorite things to talk about when we went on the cruise on Escape, and we have said multiple times, it was our first group cruise together since I had joined the team. It was my first time on a cruise, and it was almost perfect. We talk about all the time what a great time it was. I would easily go back on Escape. I loved it. And one of the memories that always comes up is Food Republic because we ordered enough food to feed 2 armies.
We ordered $200 worth of food.
It was so much food.
For 5 of us.
I remember us talking about how full we are. We thought that everything was done, and an entire other sushi roll came out.
Yeah. It was disgusting.
Yeah, it was so much food. But it was also incredible. So it's super fun to go through and just pick what you want on the little iPad device and then get the food brought out to try something different. If you check out our video on the top 10 things you must do on Escape, a little tidbit, one of those things has to do with Food Republic. But I will say, just maybe communicate with the other people at your table about who's ordering what, so you don't end up with 4 sushi rolls of the same one, along with a bunch of other things.
So as you can tell, all of us are really close, even significant others. So Meg's husband and Alicia's husband and all of us, when we go out to eat, even Meg's in-laws, so we always share food, right? There's no like, I'm getting this little thing and no one else can touch it. We all share food. So there's no reason for us to order almost $250 worth of food at Food Republic. But we fought through it and ate most of it.
Yeah. Poor Jared.
And also Meg doesn't eat a lot. So somebody always has to eat Meg's food anyway.
To be fair, I eat a ton. I just like to try like 2 bites of everything.
Yeah.
And so I was so full, and then John reminded me that dessert was coming, and that's a different shelf in your stomach.
Yeah.
So I had room for that, but I did force my husband.
Meg's poor husband had to eat a lot of food at Food Republic. He's amazing.
He's
stick.
so skinny.
Yeah. So number 2 is going to be Bayamo by Ocean Blue. This is one of my favorite restaurants on any cruise ship. And recently we went on Symphony of the Seas and we went to Hooked, and I was really hoping and expecting Hooked to be amazing. And Bayamo by Ocean Blue blows it away. Hooked was fine. There was no...
Hooked was my least favorite
of the specialty
dining.
Yeah.
And what's really funny is it was totally booked for the entire cruise.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about going on Hooked. I don't know if it's all wanting seafood because you're out at sea thing.
Maybe.
And it was fine. It was just
fine.
like going to a normal seafood restaurant. But comparing one to the other, there's just no comparison.
Yep. So you do have to pay for Bayamo. It is there is a cover charge, and there are a few additions to that are more money if you do surf and turf, or if you do something super fancy like caviar or different things that they have. Those are additional. But the food, even if you just use your cover and get the food that they have, it is spectacular seafood. It's got like a real classy vibe to the restaurant. It looks and feels very upscale. Everything about it is great. Obviously, on all of these restaurants on NCL Escape, you could eat inside or outside, which is a really nice thing. And it is literally one of our favorite restaurants when we go on any cruise.
But remember, that's only number 2. So that brings us to our number 1 favorite restaurant on NCL, and that is Le Bistro. I am in love with Le Bistro. We talked a lot about how all of us kind of share the experience that Jamie's Italian is our number 1 specialty dining on any cruise ship we've been on.
Yep.
Le Bistro for me is my second. I normally want to try different things every time I go somewhere. I actually love the duck so much at Le Bistro. I've never ordered anything else. And it is just, it's incredible. So well done. Yeah,
I love Le Bistro. And again, this is another restaurant. And this is one thing that I think Norwegian does really well. Le Bistro feels classy. So this is a place where it's right in the middle of the ship. You could eat out in the like little deck area, which is really cute. Or you can eat in the restaurant. If you eat in the restaurant, it feels fancy and classy. So this is a great one to do if you want to get dressed up for the night, or if you're celebrating like your anniversary or something.
Or if you like champagne,
yes.
They have a great champagne menu, and how at a couple of the restaurants, there will be a sommelier. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
That will come out and help you pick out your wine list. They have the same thing for champagne, and it's just really fun. You feel really classy and getting dressed up. It feels like a good night out.
Yeah, it does. So those are all of the restaurants on NCL's Escape ranked in reverse order. So let us know, do you have a favorite restaurant on NCL Escape? What do you think of the food? And if you have any questions or comments, please put them in below.
The only reason we do these videos and talk so much is because we want to hear what you have to say. To
Exactly.
be totally honest. So drop it in the comments and tell us if you have any questions or what your favorite restaurant was. I would love to hear it.
Thanks, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful day. See y'all.